Hello guys, welcome to Charge Classes. Now today we start the BSc second year courses. Now first we start the maths third paper, that is statics. Okay, today we study about the statics, and now first we understand about the statics. Okay, now first we know what is statics. What do we mean by statics? Uh, Statics is the definition of statics is the science which deals with the science which deals with the action of forces, the action of forces on bodies is known as mechanics, is known as mechanics. Okay, the science which deals with the action of forces on a body is known as a mechanics, but the statics is the statics is the that branch of mechanics. Static is the that branch of mechanics which statics is also branch of a mechanics which which deals with which deals with which deals with forces in equilibrium, forces in equilibrium.
Which has been which?
Sorry. Statics is the science which deals with the action of forces on our bodies is known as mechanics, and statics is the dash branch of mechanics which deals with the forces is in equilibrium. Okay, now we start the chapter 10, that is static, string and chain. Now we start string and chain. हम लोग अब स्ट्रिंग एंड चैन यूनिट फर्स्ट है स्टैटिक्स का है, इसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे. फर्स्ट वी नो अबाउट द व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्ट्रिंग एंड व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय चैन. स्ट्रिंग continuous any materials which is thin like a wire, that is known as string, and chain is also a string, but some are different, chain is also a continuous of material like this, but it is also a continuous. Okay, the difference between string and chain is not very different, but some minor different. It is a continuous and it is also continuous, but it's some parts of metals or any material which is joined continuously is known as chain. Okay, now first we know about what is perfectly flexible string. Perfectly flexible string. Now first we know the definition of the perfectly flexible string. A string or chain is said to be perfectly flexible if it offers no resistance. A string or chain is said to be a perfectly flexible if it offers no resistance on bending at any point. Okay, now that is known as a perfectly flexible string.
Start.
Now second definition is catenary. First we know that what is catenary. पहले हम लोग समझेंगे catenary होता क्या है. When a uniform string or chain, when uniform string or chain, sorry, of or when uniform string or chain, when uniform string or chain hangs freely under the gravity, when a uniform string or chain hangs freely under the gravity between 2 points, between 2 points not in same vertical line, then the curve formed by string or chain is known as catenary. It means when a string which is hangs freely under the gravity like this, let A and B is the fixed point. String hangs freely like this, and that curve AOB is known as catenary. Curve AOB is known as catenary. Now, third definition is common catenary. Okay. Now, the definition of the common catenary: if the weight per unit length of string is constant, then the catenary is called the catenary is known as common catenary. Okay, it means look, and this is a string AB. The weight of one unit is let x, then the weight of length L is L into x. Okay, the weight per unit of length is constant. It means again the weight between this point to this point is 1 unit, is also x. Okay, x. It means the weight per unit length of the string is constant. That catenary is known as a common catenary. Now again we know about the types of coordinate. Okay, now first we know that first is Cartesian coordinate. All of you already know about the Cartesian coordinate. The coordinate which have x-axis and y-axis, and this is origin, and this is a point P which coordinate is x and y. That is this x, all the value of on the x-axis is known as abscissa, and all the value on y is known as ordinate. Okay, and the equation between x and y is also known as the coordinate equation. Okay, now second is polar coordinate. Okay, now in polar coordinate, this is also known as initial line, and now this represent a point P which have angle theta from the initial line, which is anti-clockwise, and the OP is a radius vector. It is known as radius vector, and this is known as polar angle, and this coordinate represent r comma theta. The equation between r and theta is also known as the polar coordinate. Now third is intrinsic coordinate. In this chapter, string and chain, we study about the intrinsic coordinate, all the equation which is related to intrinsic equation. Okay, now first we understand about the what we mean by intrinsic coordinate. Now a curve A, now a curve AB, this is x-axis, a tangent drawn at point P. P is a point on curve AB. Sorry, this is the tangent on point P, and this angle be let psi. Okay. Now this is the initial point, and the arcward distance AP is S, and the coordinate P is represented as comma psi, and the relation between S and psi is known as intrinsic equation. Okay. Now in this figure we understand what is the name of such line or axis. Okay, the x-axis, such x-axis is known as directrix of the catenary. Okay, and the distance from O to vertex, and C is also known as the lowest point of the catenary is known as vertex, and C is the distance from O to the vertex C, and that is C, which is the parameter of the catenary. Okay, now this length is known as the sag, which is equal to y minus C. Sag, the length of sag equal to y minus C, because from this point to this point the length be y, and from O to C is C, so that distance is y minus C. Okay, now and A to B is known as the span of the catenary, which is equal to 2x. The length of the span is 2x, and that axis, that is y, which is known as the axis of the catenary, which divide the catenary in two symmetric part. Okay, now first this is now we prove the intrinsic equation of the common catenary, and this is the figure of the catenary. This is any point P on side C to A, which have a tangent at point P. Now this angle, let the angle be psi, then by the corresponding angle this angle be also psi. Okay, then and let the arcward distance C to P is S. The arcward distance C to P is S. Okay, S comma psi, then the coordinate of the P is S comma psi. Now first we let ACB is uniform string hangs freely under gravity between two point A and B, and C is lowest point known as vertex. Okay, now and let the CP, which is arcward distance, which is equal to S. Okay, and let W is weight per unit length of string, then weight of length arcual length CP equal to W into S, because the length of C to P is S and the weight per unit length is W, then the length of the arcual CP is WS. Yeah. Now let the center of gravity is here, and which is work downward, that is WS, which is equal to weight. Yeah. Now the particle CB in equilibrium, under three forces. Okay, we know that statics is a branch of mechanics which all the forces are in equilibrium. So the particle CB is equilibrium under the three forces. The first is the weight per unit length acting downward. The weight per unit length, the weight per unit length acting downward. And the second force is, that is tension T naught working horizontally at the lowest point, at the lowest point C, that is T naught. And third is tension T working along the tangent at point P, that is the tension working, that is T. Now we resolve this tension into horizontally and vertically. This is horizontally and this vertically. Now we resolve. Here we get T cos psi and here we get T sin psi. Now this point M is equilibrium. Now we resolve this T into T cos psi and T sin psi, and for equilibrium we get T sin psi, which is equal to Ws, that is first equation, and second is T cos psi, which is equal to T naught. Now equation first divided by equation second, we get T sin psi upon T cos psi, which is equal to Ws upon T naught. Now T we cancel, then tan psi equal to Ws upon T naught. Now for our convenience, let T naught equal to Wc. Then we get T tan psi equal to Ws upon Wc. Now W we cancel, then we get S equal to C tan psi. That is equal to C tan psi. We also know about the relation between S and psi is known as intrinsic equation. So this is the proof of the intrinsic